Welcome back to The Wolf Condition. Before we begin, a quick note about last week's episode. If you noticed that the music was running a bit at the end, it's because it's simply part of the learning curve. It's because I published the same day that I recorded it, and I'm still refining the technical side. It's a process, and I'm perfectly comfortable evolving in real time. Today I wanted to talk about something subtle but important. It's the moment when somebody's words point in one direction and their behavior points in the other. You see this in families, in the workplace, and in romantic relationships. Understanding it brings a great deal of clarity, and it saves you from misinterpreting situations that don't need to become emotional. Let's start with environments where this shows up the most clearly. Families often operate through social expectations. People behave warmly in group settings because it's the appropriate thing to do, but the public version of someone is not always the private one. If you notice that somebody's friendly in front of others but distant one-on-one, it's usually not personal. It reflects their comfort level, their communication style, or simply the role they play within the family structure. The point is not to force closeness where it doesn't exist. It's to perform the distinction between performing connection and offering connection. Once you see that difference, you respond to the dynamic with calmer and far fewer assumptions. Workplaces reveal character in quiet moments. Most people know how to behave well when they're being observed. The question is how they behave when they're not. When someone's attitude shifts as soon as leadership steps out of the room, you're not witnessing inconsistency. You're witnessing their baseline. Their professional persona requires supervision to stay intact. This doesn't mean that you need to correct them. It simply tells you how predictable they are as collaborators. It also helps you decide how much access or responsibility to place into their hands. Professional relationships function best when they're built on what people consistently demonstrate and not on the version that they display under pressure. Dating brings its own version of this, so you ask a simple question about expectations or consistency to somebody you're seeing, and if someone knows what they want, their answer is clear. If they don't, their answer becomes very long, vague, and slightly indirect. This isn't manipulation, it's uncertainty. People who are undecided tend to speak around the point because a direct answer would require them to make a commitment that they're not prepared for. Understanding this removes the confusion entirely. You do not need to decode their words, their text messages, subliminal cues. You only need to observe whether the answer lands or if it wanders. Clarity signals readiness. Ambivalence signals limitation. It's that straightforward. Across family, work, dating, the pattern is consistent. People reveal themselves in their natural state, not the curated one. Words tell you who someone wants to be. Behavior tells you who they currently are. Patterns tell you who they continue to be. When you shift your focus from isolated moments to consistent behavior, you make decisions that are calmer, more accurate, and more aligned with reality. This isn't about judging people harshly. It's about recognizing capacity and responding appropriately, not emotionally, simply with awareness. Thank you for listening to episode 4 of The Wolf Condition. My aim is always to offer clarity, not noise, and I appreciate you for choosing to spend your time here. As the show continues to grow, I look forward to bringing you more conversations that help you understand people and yourself with a little more precision. Until next time.